What if we immediately fucking ran it back without even changing the color palette before the episode started? You're goddamn right. What if we did that? What if we're just chilling? What if we're just hanging out? What if we're just having a good time? Sorry, if I sound like I'm talking like real sleepy like, you know why that is? It's because I'm real sleepy like, but I'm like playing the video game again. I'm like playing the video game again. You know, last time I played this was like Pride Month, right? So, we missed out on the month of Moriko. And you know what? Next June could probably be the month of Moriko and Yumiko. If the, whatchamacallit. I mean, I don't even think it's like a, you know, subtext. It's just text. If the text is interpreted correctly. We could probably do, like, Moriko and Yumiko. Is that an insane way to start the video? Probably. I want to play... I was hovering over Ayaka there, but, like, I actually want to play my goat Miku. I want to play my goat Miku. That's true, that's true. Many people are saying this, you know what I mean? I'm gonna lose it. Obligatory land drifters? Obligatory land drifters? Where's the land drifters thing? Do I have that still? I thought I had land drifters. Flint and Steel, and that's Final Fantasy... It's Final Fantasy. HRT is DIY horse race, obviously. Can you identify a dinosaur from this image? Fuck off. Piece of shit. Get out of my fucking face. Delete browser, motherfucker. I wonder what 2 week phase is... I wonder what game 2 week phase is on there. I don't know if I have land drifters, guys. I don't know if I have a land drifters source. I'm so sorry. There's a Forever Winter source. Can you believe that? Oh, no. I don't think there's a, I do not think that there is a land drifters check. I don't think... Wait, hold on. Oh, shit, there is. It was set to Horror Plant because I played that for a little bit. Get land drifters up here, bro. Yeah, let's go. Look at that. It's land drifters. We're land drifting it up, brother. Look, sister, we're land drifting it. Hey, NB, come check this out. We're land drifting it. I don't know where this is going. I don't know where this is going. Oh, fuck. You know what we gotta do? Hold on. I asked if I could play this in the next World of Horror episode, and I was told yes. And then you know what I did? I did episode 6, 7. So hold on, hold on. I already downloaded this. Why am I going to the itch.io? Why am I going to itch.io? Why am I going to itch.io? Why am I going to itch.io? I already downloaded it. I already downloaded it. Why am I going to itch.io? I literally already downloaded it. This is true. This is 100% Rue. This is Lust Defense Rue. Where the heck did I put it, though? Where the heck did I put it? Maybe I should just download it again. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. I also just realized that my earbuds for my phone was playing Everything Burns this entire time for like the past hour. Maybe longer, because I joined like a dog shit PF earlier at like 4 in the morning. And it was a very fun time. It was a very fun time. Funny times were had by all. Is it under gaming? I downloaded under gaming? Oh, fuck. I'm seeing something under gaming that it's like, yikes. We'll do the Cinemaker discourse eventually. If you know what that is, just pretend that you don't for like both of our sakes. It's like problematic media in like the funniest way possible. I've been on a problematic media bend, by the way. I have been reading. So I've been reading. I currently LARPing because I'm not halfway through the book yet. Currently LARPing Assassinorum Kingmaker, which has a fucking banger opening, by the way. I'm just gonna download the game again, dude. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. I don't know where I downloaded it. I'm gonna go back to the itch.io. I'm gonna go back to the itch.io. It's true. I'm gonna go back to the itch.io. World of Love. Let's get it. It is opening in the gaming folder, and I'm going to click yes, and then if it says that I already have something here, I'm going to crash out. But I've been on a problematic media bend. There was I've been reading this manga that some fucking how, I don't know how, in a billion years, I, on everyone's soul, do not know how it's getting an anime adaptation. It has to be like one of those like adult only anime adaptations that does not air on TV, or it's going to be censored the fuck, because there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that thing is getting animated. And if you know what I'm talking about, for both of our sakes, please pretend that you don't, because it's I had a thing happen with a friend where she loves Yuri, okay? She loves Yuri, she loves lesbians. Very based, very cool. Obviously, we stan. But, we were talking because it went like viral on social media, and I was like, oh shit, she might have seen it. I need to warn her not to do this. She needs to not read this under any circumstance because listen, this is no shade. I know her sensibilities. And she would not like this. But she would see panels from it, and then she would be like, ooh, shiny Yuri. And then, we would then have to, we would then hear about it in Raid for like an hour. And so, I just extracted the folder of this, by the way, and one of the files was like, Kyrie something. It was like Kyrie something, and I was just like, huh? It was like Kyrie happy. Did I see that right? It was like, am I crazy? Hold on, I'm Kyrie talk, Kyrie talk.mp3. Okay, I did see that like semi correctly. Um, Probably gonna have like mute World of Horror somehow. Like, how are we gonna do this? I don't even know. I just looked at Itch.io and it's like, hey, you want to see like a game? A new Nightmare by Wifesoft Gameware. Bitch hell for $6.66. What on earth? A new Nightmare from Aresgen and Eevee SRC under Wifesoft Gameware. I can't say some of these words on YouTube, just for your information. Unreality, simulated gore, firearms, cosmic mischief, T4T. That's metal as hell, man. I speedran it, 100% PB. Very cute game. Hell yeah, this is great. I can't read some, well, okay, I can read basically all of these, but like not on YouTube, you know what I mean? Like I can't read this on YouTube, YouTube would get mad. I'm pretty sure YouTube would get mad. That's a crazy pull though, from downloading World of Love by Team Dagon. Link in the description, probably, if I remember. Probably not, I'm not gonna remember. World of Love by Team Dagon on itch.io. You can see the link on the fucking Discord server if you scroll up a little bit. And also, I'm just looking at the Discord again and getting reminded that I wanted to do a Minecraft thing. What if we just, like, hijacked land drifters? You think we could do that? Worldoflove.exe. Alright, I'm clicking it. It's gonna hack my computer. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. We're gonna click the... You think the mute button? This game contains subject matters that some may find... This is a fan work, World of Horror, a copyright of... Alright, World of Love. Very distorted text. Okay, hold on. It's very loud. I'm gonna take this, like, halfway down. More than halfway down. And then probably leave everything else good? Yeah? Probably? Yeah. And then we're gonna click on the land drifters isn't capturing audio, is it? It is now. And then we go to world Do I click on all caps World of Horror or do I click on all caps World of Love? I'm so confused. There's two doppelgangers. I don't know which one to shoot. I don't know which one's the real World of Horror. Oh shit, that's awesome. I didn't even notice like the kanji at the top and the bottom. Like, I mean, obviously I noticed it, but I didn't make the immediate connection that it's like, yeah, this is World of Horror. Like, yeah, bro, this is World of Horror. Yeah, sister. This is, whoa. Aiko Chapter 2 Final. Does that mean we have to date Aiko? Okay. Now, also, I do realize this now. Properties. No, wait, advanced audio. How do I get to advanced audio properties? There they are. Yeah, that's what I thought. Please get this off of every audio track. Thank you. Alright, let's do it. I need to mute World of Horror. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do to do that. We're gonna open the volume mixer. And then... I almost muted OBS. That would have been bad. Where's World of Horror? There's Land Drifters. Oh, shit. Do I mute World of Horror or do I mute World of Love? They're doppelgangers. I don't know which one to shoot. Alright, we're good. Hello? Is anybody here? Not really. I'm very tired. We are here. Oh, shit. It's the answering machine. Why am I here? Because you have a purpose to serve. May I open my eyes? Of course. Oh shit, this is like the, what was that whack-ass game that I played that had the movie theater level? It was like, was it Red something? Hold on. It was like Red, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, Red Silhouette. We're Red Silhouette posting. Is this a movie theater? We are in the downtown? You know, I don't know if Life Coach told me to go to the downtown right now, so... If that is what you see it as, then yes. I don't understand why I'm here. If you do. You said we're in a movie theater, yes? Yeah. Then shall we watch a film? That is what you're supposed to do in a theater in theaters, after all. This just in, breaking news from downtown Shiakawa following the mass... I'm still in YouTuber mode, but you know what? I think you can say that. I might get an email. Hold on, let me reset, let me rewind. This just in from downtown Shiakawa. Breaking news! Following the mass suicide of 30 Shiakawa prep students, what can only be described as hideous monsters have begun to assault the streets. This is insane, folks. Wait, no. It's hard to believe myself, but I can assure you, this is all 100% real. AI has not been invented yet. Corpses are getting up and walking around. Strange creatures are appearing where people used to be. Oh my god, it's the fucking end of days. They're turning into fucking blasphemies. Food is getting tighter and tighter as... Stop, I don't want to see this. It's over. We don't need to talk about it. The government blockade has stopped all Shiakawan residents from escaping. Infrastructure is crumbling. Many are calling this a localized apocalypse. Make it stop, please. Turn it off. This is Koji Tagawa reporting from the military base erected outside of the town. This building is intentionally attempting to lock us in and keep us from getting help. This blockade is responsible for deaths of hundreds, and what does the government do? Look the other way. Cry quarantine while residents die and starve. There is no excuse for this blatant abuse of power. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Riots have exploded around the city as people fight back against the government locking us into the city. The situation is getting worse by the day. Bodies are starting to pile up and there's nowhere to put them. It's starting to look like, if something doesn't happen soon, everyone in Shiakawa is going to die. I can't do this anymore. Please, no more, please. This is my final broadcast. Newscaster, signing out. Miraculous news from the city center today. The beasts have... Goodbye. Completely disappeared. Stop! Are you alright? Why the fuck would you do that? I just sat down. Who the hell starts a conversation like that? I didn't want to ever think about that again. Of course you didn't. However, that doesn't mean you shouldn't. Ah, yes, the doom scroll on Twitter approach. Yes, yes. Talk to me, damn it! All will be explained in due time. Please, but for the moment, have patience. I believe we have reached your final destination. Open your eyes, please. Where am I now? This is where it will all happen. Turn it on, please. Da-na-na-na! Welcome, Hasegawa. Hasegawa? Hasegawa? I can't pronounce anything. You must do what comes next. It is of utmost importance. Please select the start button to commence the program. I mean... Don't mind me. We're sorry that you cannot cooperate with our mission. Please close your eyes. You will be removed from the program. Wait, I need to... How do I load the game? Logged in as Hasegawa. Probably not how you pronounce it. Remember, you wanted this. I sat down. Who the fuck starts a conversation with showing me the horrors? I'm sorry I couldn't save you the first time. I won't make the same mistake again. Prologue, Chapter 0. Seeing World of Horror in, like, actual, like, in more than 2 colors is kind of crazy. 1 month after the incident. Wow! Wario, wow! Oh, I'd fallen asleep. This professor would probably make a better sleep aid than vodka and white noise. Did I have some kind of bad dream? I couldn't remember anything off the top of my head. Well, whatever. Ugh. I hated that we had to go back to school. Like, yeah, sure, nice to see friends again and all that crap, but how the hell could anyone be thinking about chemistry at a time like this? I was still alive, damn it. I should be going back to sleep. Not like I missed anything anyway. It would be so easy to just close my eyes and drift away. Something plastic and hard hit me square in the back of the head, snapping me out of my reverie. I don't even know if I read that right, man. I'm here. I shot up, worried that the teacher might have just caught me sleeping, and thrown the sickest trick shot of his life. But instead, I was greeted with the face of Aiko Takahashi, clearly proud of her rude intrusion upon my slumber. Aiko, come on! Aiko leaned back in her chair, sticking her tongue out and giving me a peace sign. Hey man, no sleeping in class. I thought we were supposed to appreciate life and the magic of learning now, right? I grumbled. Don't use my words against me like that. She had quoted me directly. After the eldritch horrors were destroyed by Kairi, we shared drinks, and I slurred a loud and drunken speech to the entire bar. It was heartwarming at the time, but my dramatic slam poetry had become great ammo for my friends to bully me with. See, this is just like when I share the first draft with my friends, they're just gonna kill me. Like, they're just gonna randomly reference, like, cringe lines from it just to, like, make me flinch like a dog. Like, it's 6, 7 o'clock, you know? Especially for saying them in a Texan accent. Hey. Hey. Well, sorry, I'm not holding on to every word that he says. It's not exactly gripping material. The professor continued to drone on in a monotone drawl. Sure, but if you fail your exams again, you're gonna have to repeat the year. So will you. Listen, Aiko, post the World of Horror incident, alright? She's got the HDF, she's got attack speed, she's got, like, 8 knowledge. She's close to, like, opening up the fucking universe with her mind's eye, okay? Uh-huh, tell that to my valedictorian plaque. That's just a popularity contest. Mizuki would have gotten it if you hadn't. Excuse me, you two. I understand you've been through a lot, but that is no excuse to blatantly neglect your academics. A sudden look of seriousness spread across Aiko's face. Won't happen again. Please stop distracting your classmates. This is not a social space. We're here to learn. First of all, school is a social place. Don't even fucking joke, lad. Don't even fucking joke. It is like one of the most important social aspects of like a developing person's life. All right? First of all, it is a social space. Secondly, I got hit with the water bottle, motherfucker. I already did spit back the venom-laced response. But I decided that would probably not be a good idea for anyone right now. I instead elected for a simple, yes, sensei. It came out much ruder than I had intended. Yes, sensei. And the teacher gave me an icy glare, obviously not trusting my words. But after an awkward moment, he finally decided I wasn't worth his time and turned back to the blackboard. Well, it seems our little chatty Cathys have wasted the last few minutes of class, so we won't be getting into combustion today. Me playing GregTech New Horizons and not getting to the combustion quest titled You're Gonna Hate This, number 29. And there's the bell, chapter 16 and 7. I already made the 6-7 joke, man. You can't do this to me. You can't do that to me. I've already made the 6-7 joke. You literally can't. You cannot do that to me. Aiko sidled up to me. Am I stupid? Am I illiterate? I think I'm stupid and illiterate. Hold on, let's learn. Sidled? Siddle. To move sideways. That's the shit Heathcliff's doing in Kanto 9. Just as quickly as the others, stopping just for a moment to fill out the attendance sheet. Guess I should write my name. Yumi. Ah, see, I learned about this recently. Because my friend has a Yumi ship. And I didn't understand what that meant. But now I do. I know what a Yumi is now. You can't stop me. I'm getting too powerful. I'm learning internet slang. I know what a Yumi is. That's you! You, me! The self-insert character, motherfucker. Being in this hallway again was odd. Yeah, I'm just expecting like a fucking alien to pop up through the window, you know, and then I'm just gonna throw hands. School had just started again 3 days ago, and you'd think I'd have trouble adjusting, but it should have been weirder. Things had changed, of course. I'm expecting a fucking alien. Like, just like one frame, there's just like a fucking alien in the window, and I'm gonna like fucking not see it. And I'm gonna be pissed off when I look at it. Or somebody points it out that there's like fucking alien hiding somewhere in this hallway. Where's the Galaxy of Horror, or Galaxy of Love arc, huh? Maybe that was for the best. Where the hell was Aiko? She was supposed to be here by now. What are you moping around for? Finally. Hey, Aiko. You look like you just saw a ghost. Did a little old Kuro... No. Fuck. God damn it. I didn't mean to say it like that. If you understand, you don't. I shot her a slightly offended look. Well, kinda. He wouldn't have been so pissed if you hadn't been all noisy and woke me up. You were about to start drooling. Well, maybe he should talk less like a robot next time. Yeah, when hell freezes over. That man lived through the apocalypse and he's still teaching chemistry. He's dedicated at least. I don't know why, but like whenever I think of Aiko, I think of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Is that anybody else? Like I just kind of think of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She was on a cheerleading team though, not a fucking swim team, right? Was she a cheerleading captain? Is it time for the Buffy rewatch? God damn, is it time for the Buffy rewatch? It might be. It fucking might be. Don't tempt me. It was strange to think about it, but we'd all just avoided sharing Afeda's bloodstains on our school walls with some of our peers, and by the skin of our teeth, too. Even that loser square teacher. That's like the, That's just real life, man. Unless you're like a Treatler American. You know, it's like everywhere across the world, it's like, oh yeah, it's just, you know, everything is falling apart, even in America. But it's like, everybody else is just like, yeah, well, you know, it's Tuesday. And I mean, even in America, right? I shouldn't say that it's not, right? Like everybody in America also is like, oh yeah, it's all falling apart, but it's like Wednesday. It's actually Thursday when I'm recording this. I don't know. This will be like Friday when you see it. Probably not. I'll probably forget to upload this. Fair enough. I guess I appreciate the effort. Still, you'd think all this nightmare stuff would loosen the stick up his ass. Never underestimate. I'm Yumi. I worry about you sometimes. You know, I'm starting to worry about me too, Aiko. That's why you love me. Don't get too full of yourself now. I think I'm allowed a little confidence boost. Oh my god, is Yumi... Yumi is, like, literally somebody that I know. Sure, until you start talking like Mizuki. I'll never stoop that low. Holy, we are, like, fucking killing Mizuki. That's what she said, too, until she started getting gooshy. Oh, that's the break bell. Guess I should get lunch now. She pats herself down. Shoot, forgot my lunch bag. You want to eat together? Maybe. I gotta put something away first, though. Alright, perfect. Meet me in the cafeteria in 20 minutes. If you're late, I'm taking your natto. And with that, she stepped away, waving at me, and she turned the first corner. Guess I should go grab my lunch then. The cafeteria was crazy overpriced. With a swing of my backpack and a quick sigh, I wandered into the hallways of the school. A dark cloud of pessimism still hung over my head, but the promise of a lunch with Aiko was enough of a motivator to drive me up the steep stairs to my locker on the second floor. There was a fucking, like, tweet. I don't know if it was Yizbird or what, but there was a fucking tweet that was like, it's school lunch. What table are you sitting at? And it was all the fucking woe characters with like the fucking freaky masks on. And it's like, oh boy, lunch with a World of Horror character. I'm picturing that in my mind. Like we go into the cafeteria and she's wearing the fucking stalker mask. Like what were the who's wearing all the masks? I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure, was Haru and Miku at the same table? Am I going fucking crazy? I don't even remember that, dude. Like, if I go on Twitter right now, this is a bad idea, by the way. This is a bad idea. But if I go to, like, World of Horror, right? If I go to, like, Panstash Twitter, right? And then I go to, like, media? You think it'll be there? You think I go to media? Why is there a crying cat? Why is there a blinking cat? It's not a crying cat. It's a blinking cat with a heart emoji. I can't I can't read. I can't read. I'm ignorant. The raincoat? Ben's raincoat? Holy. I have never seen this art of like the fucking what's his name? The dickhead from the Uncle Mystery. I have never seen this art before. It's like fucking Jury and that guy from the Grand Uncle Mystery. I have never seen that art before. Better Call Saul! What are you doing here? It must be Yizbird Games who posted it. It must be Yizbird Games who posted There's some shit on Panstash's Twitter, okay? There's some shit here that I have not seen before, and it's very funny. That's awesome. I love I love the tired Wojak so much. Where? Okay, okay, hold on. Yizbird Games. This is gonna be significantly harder. This is gonna be significantly harder because they probably tweet like fucking all the time, dude. They probably tweet like fucking crazy. A lot of Valhalla, which I approve of, by the way. You know, no offense to Panstash, but out of all the Yizbird published games, I have a clear favorite, and it's the one where you mix drinks and changing lives. It's the one where you change lives and mix drinks, or change drinks and mix lives. I fucking love the Jill dunking gif. Minor spelling mistake. Final Fantasy XIV hijack? What the fuck? Did you know that these streamers are playing World of Horror? The streamers are smoking the woe. I just want to find the... I just want to find it again. I just want to find it again. I'm never going to find it. Pillar of Flame, Athutu Flame, Tummy Hurt? True! Rue. Gra, Tia holding a say plushie? What the fuck? What the fuck? This is crazy, dude. This is nuts. I'm never gonna find it. I'm never gonna find it. What table would you sit at? You think I could, like, search that? Luigi? This is just, like, constant psychic damage, scrolling the media tab of Yizbird Games. And it positive. Psychic damage positive. Psychic damage positive. Yes, that's true. That's Rue. That's the lust defense skill. Have I already done that joke yet? I'm pretty sure I have. I'm pretty sure I have. I'm not seeing it. It's not here. It doesn't exist. It's not real. I'm gonna go up and then we're gonna click the search and then it's like sit. Nope. Who? I see Cthulhu and Jill, and then I see... That's not Cthulhu, sorry. It's a Baldur's Gate 3 character. That's the hashtag Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know anything about D&D. I don't know anything about Baldur's Gate 3. Doesn't exist, can't find it. It's true. Should we get back to the episode now? Probably not, right? This is like... I don't know why I keep scrolling. We should get back to the episode. That's a good idea. I'm glad I thought of it. The hallway, which was much less dreary than the downstairs, which I greatly appreciated. Hold on, let me go back. Quick save complete? No, no, no. There we go. 19, 20, 20, 21. It was strange looking at the metal container, the smiling faces of my friends staring back at me with the unscarred bodies and carefree faces. I left it here because I thought it was a nice memento, but now it almost seems insidious. The picture was wrong. The people here weren't the same people they are now. Especially him. Haru. No, keep moving. With swift movement, I plucked the photo off the locker and shoved it in my pocket. As I opened the locker to put my bag away and grab my lunch, a sudden tap on my shoulder caused me to jerk up in surprise and whip around with an extremely shrill screech. Ah! I fully expecting to see a hideous creature ready to tear my face off. Instead of the grinning face of some evil ghoul, I saw the equally shocked face of Koji Tagawa, who jumped back and almost collided with an annoyed student standing behind him. Gah! The student jumped back and screamed as well. Asshole! They grabbed their stuff and walked away, flipping off the distressed Koji as they did. The person either didn't hear him or chose not to hear him as they turned a corner. Koji gasped, shaking his head in exasperation as he stood. Geez, you're trying to give me a heart attack or something. Says you. There was a moment of awkwardness as we both recovered before his gasps turned into a chortle and then a full-on laughing fit. I'm like internally debating, should I do the reporter voice again? But I don't even think it was like a real voice, because I think I'm too tired to like do a voice. Sorry, you just made such a stupid face. Nearly buckling over with laughter, I was frustrated. Come on, man, you know not to jump on me like that, and my face is not stupid. Yes, it is. I'm doing like a papyrus somehow. Like I'm doing a bad papyrus. Instead of a reporter. Is not. Is too. Koji seemed to enjoy my frustration. Got a fucking banger. I never wanted to deck him more. Our stupid bickerings in middle school paled in comparison to this. My face flushed either in embarrassment or annoyance. We just survived the apocalypse. Forgive me if I'm a little bit jumpy. I know that was recent, but you can't live the rest of your life freaked out every time someone taps you on the shoulder. Easier said than done. I don't know what voice I'm doing for Koji. You know, it'll be easier to move on if you stop acting so miserable all the time. Just don't be sad. Thumbs up. If you don't start taking everything less seriously, you're for sure gonna get wrinkles by 25. I sighed and rubbed my forehead. Koji's face suddenly became very serious. I'm serious. Wrinkle cream companies invest millions a year into selling products that damage your skin, so you buy more. Oh god. Oh fuck, it's happening. Look it up. I did a report on it. Skincare companies are actually evil. I have no idea how Misa-chan still decides it's a good idea to support them. Carcinogens, poison, formaldehyde, all being rubbed into your face. Koji. Then, when you start to get wrinkles and your vision gets worse, they say it's you and not them. And then they sell you anti-wrinkle creams to fix it. But they don't fix anything. Those creams make it even worse. But society has made it so that every damn day we have to slave away to work. Which gives us wrinkles to buy creams that don't actually help at all. Koji! And the worst part is, there's no solution. The government actively protects the corporations whenever they get into trouble because it saves them face. So we're left, unable to do anything but watch as the government screws us over and forces us to the 9-to-5 lifestyle. And we can't even have smooth faces, it's so... Koji! Suddenly stopped ranting and looked at me like a deer in headlights. Thank you very much for the info, but did you really come here just to tell me about skincare? Hey, talking about skincare, by the way, if you go outside, which you should because it's good for you, it's good for your soul, it's good for your vision, it's great to go outside. If you go outside, wear sunscreen. If you're going to be in the sun, wear sunscreen. If you sit next to an open window that doesn't have any sort of like UV tinting, wear sunscreen. It's very fucking important for your skin. It's very fucking important for your skin. It's probably like one of the best things that you can do for your skin. Just wear sunscreen. But did you really come here to tell me about skincare? Koji shook his head and then grinned. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I just think it's super interesting subject. Yeah, I'm sure. Koji is like Koji is like the average, like, watched the latest episode of John Oliver Award. This is what I came here for. In his hands was a small piece of paper lined with scribbles that could maybe resemble a map if you squint really hard. ... So, this may just be a clue that solves all the questions we had about the Great Disaster. Koji started calling the world nearly ending the Great Disaster, despite nobody else calling it that and everyone in our friend group thinking it was dumb. Really? This scribbly thing? I turned it back around on him to prove my point. Koji clicked his tongue with a smug look on his face, leaning dramatically to pluck the piece of paper out of my hands. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You're so close-minded, Yumi. All will be revealed as soon as you take me up on my Eh? Koji-kun? Hasagawa-kun? Miss... Ah! Body slammed. Get fucking decked. Suddenly, a very fast and very pink object rammed into Koji, wrapping him in a hug so violent it slammed him into a locker. Get fucking decked, idiot. Ah, you got your camera juice all on my favorite dress. Unable to comprehend the speed at which Koji had just been tackled, I stared slack-jawed at the... It's so fucking true that she would be fast. Because she is in a social setting with allies. Post-World of Horror. She would be the fastest fucking thing. It is so true that she would be fast. Banger theme, by the way. That is, like, I don't know if that was intentional, but the idea that Mizuki is in a social setting with technically allies, friends, that her speed is just so fucking crazy. What the hell are you doing? You broke my camera. Mizuki just grunted and rolled her eyes. That isn't important, I'll just buy you a new one. I have much more critical issues at hand to discuss. Very cute text sound as well, by the way. Seeing my confused face, Mizuki stomped over to me and snapped her fingers in my face aggressively. Hello? Your head okay? Earth to Yumi! Yeah, I'm not the one you slammed into a locker. Koji groaned, rubbing his head and giving Mizuki a piercing glare. He'll get over it. He's the kind of guy to fall over and hurt himself all the time anyways. She's got them hard eyes, too? Koji looked aghast. I mean, owned. Get fucking owned. Knowledge bill. Bro's gonna need the pocket knife to get out of this one. It means you were dropped as a child, Koji-kun. Before Koji could respond to her insults, Mizuki shook her head aggressively. Whatever, your extensive history with brain damage isn't important right now. What is important is the absolutely life-changing news I came all the way over here to tell you about. I want the Mizuki route, man. I want I will be there day one for the Mizuki route. I'll be there day, like, minus for the Mizuki route. This is the Aiko route. This is the Echo the Dolphin route. Ugh, you guys are no fun. She grabbed her purse and shuffled through it for a moment before plucking out 2 laminated flyers. The front read, in bright, bold lettering, Mizuki Hamazaki, the real-life magical girl, while a heavily airbrushed picture of Mizuki looked onward smugly. And this is... Mizuki scoffed. Only my very first major photo shoot? What the fuck am I saying? Photo shoot since everything went down. People have been begging to see occult signs make a comeback, and I just had to indulge. It's gonna be at the mall today, and since they want it to be a naturalistic photo shoot, they've booked the whole place out until 6. Eventually, I felt like I was sick and tired of the awkward silence and spoke up. And that means... Mizuki nearly yelped with excitement when she heard my reply. That means we get an entire day for just shopping and messing around in a totally empty mall. Oh, the fucking liminal spaces, man. Her eyes literally sparkled with excitement as she said this, as if it was the best news she had ever received. Does that mean you'll buy me a new camera? Koji-kun, I'll buy you 100 cameras. Fine. You better get me one of them fancy low-film ones, though. Don't push your luck, Photo-chan. Koji looked offended, but with a more jovial lean this time. You're the one who ran into me. Despite the fact that Koji seemed very willing, partially because of the blackmail he was now holding over her head, I was still anxious about the idea. Guys, I don't know, going to a mall that's alone and abandoned in a world with, like, scary fucking monsters and shit, that sounds like a plot of, like, the fucking Backrooms, man. The pair turned their attention towards me. I fidgeted with the brim of my cap nervously. I don't have a lot of money on me I don't have a lot of funds on me right now. Plus the idea of going to a big empty building right now. That's fucking true, dude. Don't want to have to think about it too much. Sounds kind of spooky. Koji just giving me the fucking question mark emoji. Like you didn't just get body slammed by Mizuki at like Mach fucking 10, dickhead. There was a pause as Mizuki raised her eyebrow higher than I ever thought was physically possible, and let out a little gasp that was almost a laugh. Yumi-kun, come on. Weren't we supposed to be moving along and living our lives when we have them? She's got a point, you know. Wimping out isn't very rootin'-tootin' of ya. Rootin'-tootin'? I hate you both. It'd been so long since we've been able to just sit and poke fun like this, it almost felt alien. Where is it? Where is the fucking alien in the hallway? Dude, where is it? Where's the gray alien? Where's the gray alien? I have the blue gem. It's vibrating in my pocket, man. Where the fuck is the alien? Where's the Shiba Inu? But, like, seriously, you don't have to come if you don't wanna. But if you don't show up, I'm gonna talk shit about you. She glanced at her watch quickly and looked back up with a grin. Meet me down at the school entrance in 20 minutes. I'll be calling the others too, so you better come. School isn't even halfway over. Mizuki rolled her eyes with so much vigor, I was amazed they didn't fall out of her sockets. Well, you can sit around and mope in math class all day, or you can come have an awesome shopping spree at an awesome mall with awesome me. I'll leave it up to you guys. Sorry, we're on the fucking Ico route, so fuck you two. We're going to lunch. See you in 20, losers! And as quickly as she had arrived, she turned on her heel and strutted away, fancy shoes clacking down the hallway before a door slammed, and the hallway was once again peacefully quiet. Me and Koji stood there for a second, trying to catch our breaths to stop the ringing in our ears. After a good few seconds, Koji rubbed his head. That actually hurt really bad. Strength knowledge build, by the way. Couldn't help but laugh. At least it was your camera, not your head that she smashed. You can't catch a break, huh? Koji scoffed. No thanks to you guys running into me like I'm some kind of bumper car. I chuckled and looked down at the hall where Mizuki had disappeared. You gonna go to the mall with her? I mean, you gotta get a new camera, bro. Like, you gotta follow this lead. The branching paths. Sounds good to me. Sorry, brother. We're on the Ico route. And with that, he followed Mizuki's path back to the main floor. I took a second to lean on the lockers and breathe. Dealing with just Koji and Mizuki on their own was a tiring experience, but dealing with both of them while moping around was akin to being exposed to 2 rods of nuclear waste simultaneously. That's a very dangerous to your health, very uncomfortable, and possibly carcinogenic. That's a very mean thing to say about your friends. That's a very mean thing to say about your friends. Well, now I had 20 minutes to decide what to do today. I could go downstairs with Aiko, hang out with Koji, go to the mall, or I could just go home. Home did sound nice, even if... Suddenly, something very cold and sharp touched my shoulder. Ah! The scream was so shrill and high that the freshman who stood behind me tumbled over. What's up? I tried to come off as casual, but it was supremely unconvincing, judging by the still terrified-looking child cowering in front of me. Are you Hasegawa-san? His words were no more than a whimper. Yep, there's a call for you. Phone 4 downstairs, urgent. And without another word, he scuttled away, yelling for his friends. My heart was still racing. I could have sworn I saw long, sharp talons on that kid's fingernails. Ugh, I really need a break. Was that the fucking... Was that the fucking, like, fingernail kid? Is it... I'm waiting for the gray alien. I'm waiting for the gray alien. What the fuck is that? I thought that was a dog for a second in the top right corner. The main office with all the phones was very different from the rest of the building. It had apparently been a different building entirely until the school had consumed it like some brain-eating amoeba, which was a fact Aiko found of little consequence, but I found cosmically horrifying. Was there a soul in this place? What happened to the people who were forced to leave instead of the coming principal? I imagine it was like an old spaghetti western, the impoverished and desperate people of the former workplace being kicked to the curb by the rich oil barons to toil in the coal mines. And unlike in those movies, no handsome cowboy was coming to save them. They all died in the coal mines, miserable, sad, depressed, dirt in their lungs. That was going to be us. Maybe it was. Maybe we were all slaves to the people who have the money and the power. Us whelps, unable to do anything but watch as they dispose of us like flushable wipes. Do not flush those wipes. Do not flush flushable wipes. Maybe. Hey! Ah! I had failed to notice the extremely upset receptionist who was pointing to one of the phones that hung on the wall. The popping vein in her head implied she had been listening to the phone ring for a while. Pardon me if I'm interrupting your quiet contemplation of the walls, but this phone has been ringing for an hour and I feel as if I'm going to go deaf. If you're Hasegawa, please for the love of God answer it. It seemed recent events had made everyone much more unhinged, being alive in 2026. All things considered, her rage was reasonable, so with a quick strut, I walked over to the phone label 4 and put the receiver to my ear. Oh, Jesus, here we go again. Oh, is that... He paused for a second, taking a deep breath. Is this Yumi? Oh, fuck, here we go. No way. Haru? Haru Akamoto. Didn't we mention Haru earlier? Didn't we like see him in the hallway and then like run away like a coward? Like we tucked the photo? Or no, we were probably just thinking about Haru, right? Originally a Yakuza member, he became a part of our friend group after he came begging Aiko for a place to stay. We've been talking to each other via a paranormal chat room online, and apparently he discovered some real scary shit. Never said what it was, but he was covered in blood and looked half dead. It was amazing he ever made it to the front door at all, so we obviously helped him, you know, not die. He always said he was in debt to us. Aiko seemed to find that annoying, but he stuck around nonetheless. After we sealed the old gods, though, he disappeared. I'm talking gone off the face of the earth. His stuff was still in the guest room when we went back to Aiko's. We all thought he'd been killed, so how? How are you still alive? Well, you see, there's this song, and it's called Still Alive. And the lyrics are, Still alive. Haru seemed taken back by this aggressive response. Ah, hello to you too. I was livid. What the hell? Where the hell did you go? Bro, he's gotta fight like the fucking white devil? White death? What the fuck is it called? The demon? It has a silly name. I'm so brain rotted I clicked on the Limbus Company wiki, I'm not gonna lie. It's the White Death, right? Yeah, it's the White Death. He's gotta, like, fucking throw hands with, like, the scariest fucking enemy in the game. He's gotta throw hands with a fucking demon, bro. He's got shit on his mind. I could barely string my words together, my mind clouded with fury. Yumi, just give me a sec. There's a very good explanation, but... Oh, I'm sure your explanation is fantastic. I'm sure Kairi would totally understand you leaving her alone after she saw the face of death. And of course, I totally forgive you for telling me that you'd never leave when I just had my head split open before proceeding to screw off the moment we weren't convenient to you. Hey, just wait a second before you get on my case. Your case. There was a silver case once. I was nearly screaming now, and the receptionist was clearly not appreciating the noise, but I was far too enraged to care at this point. Yumi, the self-insert, the stand-in, has also gone a little bit fucking unhinged after recent events, is what we're learning. You should have thought about getting me on your case before you abandoned us. Do you understand how hard it was for us? There's no possible way I stumbled over my words as the sheer amount of emotion overcoming me became difficult to suppress. There's just no way you can just come back, and I wept for a moment. It was just too much. I was crushed when I thought Haru had died, but I wasn't even in the worst state. Kairi was unresponsive until recently. She'd finally started to pep up a few days ago, but you could tell she was still hurting. Haru stayed silent as I tried to stall the tears. There was long moments of silence between us before Haru started to speak again. I can't possibly apologize enough for what happened. That's for damn sure. I really need to tell you something in person. It'll all make sense, I promise. I know you probably don't want to talk to me right now, and I get it, I totally do. But if you can stomach it, meet me by the seaside. Later, like an hour from now. Why me? You know why. I did. Just please, consider it. I'll explain everything. I feel like if you are dating Kairi or Haru, you're like cucking the other one. Unless it's like a polyamorous sort of deal. I gotta go. I'm not in the best situation right now. I'm so sorry, Yumi. Goddamn, you were at the mansion. You fought White Death. And then you're in the middle of the fucking, like, meat horror boss battle right now. You're fucked, Haru. I slammed the receiver back onto the landline. It made a loud cracking sound, but it was lucky I didn't smash it to pieces. God damn it! With a scream, I stomped out of the office, grabbing the door handle. Hey. I whipped around and looked at the lady at the desk. Huh? Honey, no man is worth that much trouble. True! I ran into the main atrium of the school, my eyes still full of frustrated tears, my head pounding from the yelling. How could he? How could that son of a bitch just crawl back into my life after leaving it by his own volition? I felt used, betrayed. Maybe that was just weird of me. My friend just miraculously came back to life, and I was sitting here enraged. And yet, here I was, crying my eyes out in the school atrium while few people hanging around gave me weird looks. God damn it, I finally thought I thought I had finally started to heal. Maybe I'd been ignoring the problem and pretending like it was fine. I was pissed. I was pissed that I had to live through any of this shit. Pissed that me and my friends had to bear the lives of so many. Pissed that the people in charge had brought us to this point in the first place. I put my head in my hands, shaking. I didn't know what to do or how to deal with this. Not like I could tell anyone without them freaking out, especially Kairi. Oh my gosh, Yumi, is that you? Of course. Standing in front of me was the person that hurt the most to see right now, Kairi Minami. Yumi, it's been forever. How's it been going? She looked up and down. Have you been crying? I sighed, looking up at her with obviously puffy eyes. She covered her mouth with her hands as if offended in my stead. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I put my hands up. I had to try to keep positive. I couldn't let Kairi spiral again. She'd done too much for us. The thing that I'm wondering, right, is so far we've only seen the vanilla characters, right? Mimi, I'm pretty sure... okay, vanilla character is a wrong idea, because they're all 1.0 characters, right? But, like, so far, we've seen, like, the OG cast, right? We've seen Kairi, Aiko, Koji, Haru. We haven't seen Mimi yet. She was, like, the original OG unlockable character, right? And then, did Miku get added, or was she also, like, an unlockable character? I don't remember. But, like... what the fuck was Ayaka doing during this shit, you know? Like, Kairi, I imagine, is pretty important to the story here, because it's been, you know, referenced that she was very important, and that also, you know, she's the witch, right? She's the witch of the group. She's the Willow of the group, you know? So it's like... she got that shit on lock, you know? But, like, what the fuck was Ayaka doing? You know, like Ayaka is, like, the demon of fucking Babylon. Ayaka is, like... Ayaka is the devil from the Bible. Ayaka is, like... okay, yeah, old god? Alright, bet. Like, Ayaka would challenge the old gods like a fucking arm wrestle and win, you know? With enough curses. Probably get cursed just by being in the proximity of the old gods. She's just, like, massively scaling in stats. Ayaka's potentially the scariest motherfucker. You put... you know, I don't like power scaling in different universes and whatever, but, like, if there's, like, a magic universe or, like, a fiction universe where the characters are, like, hitting each other with curses, Ayaka would quickly, because there's no stat caps and stats stack infinitely in this game, Ayaka would quickly become, like, the strongest motherfucker in that, like, universe, you know what I mean? Like, she'd sort of be like a Saiyan, you know? She gets into fights, gets cursed, and then comes back stronger, or just gets stronger immediately. Don't worry about it, Kairi, it's no big deal. Kairi did not look convinced. Yumi, please. You don't need to hide stuff from me. I know I've been... I felt a pang of guilt. Distant lately, but... a comforting smile spread over her face. I really want to try to... I don't know. Help? I blinked. Help with what? She looked me up and down before pointing a purple-nailed finger. This. I blinked and then started to laugh uncontrollably. Yumi, your brain hasn't been magically addled, right? I started to laugh even harder, and she joined in. We hadn't had a moment like this in a very long time. I'm glad you're back to your usual self. Also, you know what? You know what I'm thinking right now? It probably already exists, right? But do we have, like, a Yumi custom character for World of Horror? You know what I'm saying? I clicked on... I clicked on the World of Horror workshop to see what's new. And so, like, the first thing I see is, like, you know, Yugi and Yami. All right, that's pretty cool. You know, sleeper agent activation code Ryoshu Limbus Company. That's pretty cool. Girl Haru, trans Haru, Haru the biker, woman Haru. And then, the thing that made me fucking lose it. English NSFW crossover original content. Like, listen, I don't want to make fun of, like... I don't want to make fun of, like, what somebody did, because it's rude, but it's just a very fucking crazy thing to see. Like, it's just a flashbang grenade. I'm just gonna search Yumi, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see. They changed how the workshop looked. I don't see anything that says Yumi. World of House! World of Dr. House! What the fuck? Okay, we're going back. We're going back. I'm glad you're back to your usual self. Same to you. Kairi glanced at her wrist. Oh, by the way, Mizuki invited me to the mall earlier, but she looked around as if scared that the idol would crawl out of the vents if she talked about her. I don't know if I want to be in that building again for a while. I nodded. I was thinking the same thing, but it's impossible to get a word in edgewise with her sometime. Kairi rubbed her forehead, clearly wanting to laugh, but also subtly terrified of the pink devil that loomed in these halls, desperate to sell makeup or show tickets. True. True. She blushed a little bit. So I was wondering, would you want to maybe go get a coffee with me? Shit, Kairi, that's a fund. I'm kind of low on funds right now. Probably sure, but school isn't over yet. I know, but... Excuse me? Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, no. I see that amulet. I see that fucking amulet. Oh, no. Ayaka's got the jazz, god damn! Her eyes were sunken and grim, and she looked a little bit ghoulish. Minami-senpai. Kairi, looking a bit taken aback by the sudden appearance of this revenant, grinned at me awkwardly. Oh, hi, how's it going? The girl was silent for an eerily long time, staring at me as if appraising my soul. Ah, Yumi, this is Ayaka. She's my understudy for teaching class this semester. She gave Ayaka a look that lay between bemusement and alarm as she continued to stare at me. Hey, Sigawa. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up. Hello? Hello? Ah, I may have told her about you a couple of times. Oh. Listen, Kairi, you gotta be fucking careful. This is like... The strongest teen witch of history versus the strongest teen witch of today, alright? This is not a matchup that I would... All I'm gonna say is if there was a Kalshi bet on who would win or who would out-magic the other. I'm just saying. The moment was painfully awkward as the girl continued to glare. Minami-senpai, I've left the worksheet in the drop-off bin upstairs. Kairi blinked. Good? Thanks. Another horrible moment that felt like centuries passed. I'll be keeping an eye on you, Yumi. I'll be keeping an eye on you, Yumi. Is that the fucking cat from League of Legends? Are you fucking kidding me? That is the cat from League of Legends. Only champ I have ever wanted removed from the fucking game. I'm so sorry. I have brain rot. I raised my eyebrow at Kairi, who let out a deep sigh. What the hell is her deal? Kairi looked over her shoulder. I don't know, I've always just assumed she's a quiet person. She gets her work on time, and she's respectful, and that's all that really matters. Respectful? I don't really think it's respectful to be without, like, my... you know, awareness or knowledge or, you know, permission to be turned into, like, a Quake instant gib and just roll around on the floor as meat chunks that she then eats for, you know, bonuses. I don't really... I was not fully convinced, but I elected to drop the subject so as not to make myself scared of some random goth freshman. Well then, coffee? Kiri jumped again, not expecting the sudden change in conversation. Well, yeah, if you want to. I'll keep you in the loop. Gotta go check something first. We'll talk later, okay? Alright, I'll meet you back here in 20. I gotta run to the bathroom first. Oh, fuck. Watch out for the toilet ghost. Bye! I let out a breath. I didn't know what I was holding. My gut felt like it was twisting in knots, and I couldn't really identify why. Well, you're in a fucking dating sim, and you just had, like, 4 people tell you to meet them in 20 minutes. Like, you're cooked. Kyrie didn't do anything. She was doing way better than she had been. She was literally skipping across the atrium. And yet my body was telling me to run away from this place as fast as possible. You almost got turned... Yumi, my least favorite character in League of Legends, the fucking cat, you almost got turned into Quake Instant Gib meat rolling around on the floor so that Ayaka could get some curses and some stamina, okay? Well, you know what? Maybe if Yumi dies... the cat from League of Legends, I would be okay with that. Yeah, I think we'll hang out with Ayaka more. As if there was a voice in my head telling me that going out with Kyrie would be a terrible, terrible idea. Asshole, she's so happy to see you and you're freaked out by it. Can't let anyone be happy, can you? But what was this feeling? It was more than guilt, it was fear. I was afraid to hang out with Kyrie. But why? What the hell was this? I got up from the seat and rubbed my head. Feeling nauseous, my body was aching and I was starting to sweat. I was such an ass. Sorry, Kiri. Urgently, I grabbed my bag and ran down the hallway. The hall to the west bathroom was thankfully empty. I felt bile spilling out of my mouth, and I would jump out the window right then and there if anyone were to see me. No way I was going to let myself become a laughingstock this close to graduation. Ugh, me taking poison damage. Ugh, ugh. If you need me, I'll be in the corner taking poison damage. My leg suddenly started, aching, and I felt like, I was gonna fall over. My body was going to panic mode. The walls were closing in, the air was thick, and the breathing was getting more and more difficult. Not again. I swung a corner and finally reached the blue metal door to the bathroom. That's so fucking rude, though. Is that a fucking toothbrush? With a thud, I slammed my shoulder into the wall and walked in, making sure it was empty before opening a stall and sitting in one of the battered toilets. Not even taking a moment to lock the door, I ripped open my bag, textbooks, and notes tossed aside as I looked for my salvation. Shit, where the hell? No way I forgot it at home, right? My panic got even worse, and spew filled my mouth. I spat it out, nearly missing the water as the world started to spin. Fuck! Where the hell did I put it? I must have forgotten it at home. The idea made my panic worse. Tears indistinguishable from sweat as I plunged in the deepest, darkest pockets of my backpack, and my fingers made contact with a small plastic baggie. Oh, snorting that fucking corpse dust pack, smoking straight corpse beetle. Jackpot. Inside the bag were small beige pills, slightly smashed from how much I've been throwing around my bag. Exactly what I needed. I didn't hesitate to shove 2 of them in my mouth, not even bothering to get water, as I desperately waited for them to kick in. +2 reason. As usual, the effects quicked in quickly. My leg numbing. That was me reading it wrong, by the way. My leg numbing as all the muscles in my body relaxed. My mind began... I'm cooked. We gotta get out of the prologue, because this is chapter 2. This is Ico chapter 2. We gotta get out of the prologue and then play World of Horror. This has been going for an hour! I sighed deeply as I sat on the toilet for a few minutes. I deadass thought this was going on for like 20 minutes. This is gonna be a long-ass episode. What the hell was that? I've been fine when I was talking to Kyrie, but right after she left, the thought of Kyrie brought another pang of fear into my chest. Distinct emotion, but not an origin. Why did the image of her face scare me so much? This has never happened before. Whatever. It's Tuesday tomorrow. Whatever. I gotta get coffee. Coffee, green tea. My stomach churning in protest as I waited a second to make sure I could walk. Everything was fine. I walked over to the sink, turning on the faucet and letting the warm water run over my hands. It felt good. Splashing the water into my sweat-covered face, I glared up at the smudged, grimy mirror. Oh, is that skeleton? Is that the mean skull Japan tour? God, I look awful. My eyes were tired, swollen, and bloodshot from my crying spell. My cheeks were shimmery from tears, giving them an unpleasant tomato red color. The rest of my face was ghastly pale. I looked up. I looked like a particularly miserable zombie. Ugh. I hope people don't think I'm some kind of ghoul, some kind of ghoulish creature. That was a very real concern these days. Just don't think about it. That was easier said than done, of course, but the meds were helping. They made me feel normal, like a human, instead of some ghostly fuck, I can't say that word, I'm too tired. Fuck. Fuck. Me reading the dialogue earlier. Fuck! Oh, I wouldn't want to be a ghoulish creature, a little ghoul. A little creature. Maybe that was bad, but after everything, I think I deserve a little break from myself. Whatever, time was running out and I had to do something today. Sitting around at home like a loser was absolutely not an option. But not Kyrie. I couldn't face her after the feeling I just had. Anyone but her. So who should I go to? Who should I hang out with? This is going to be where we stop. We're going to go on the date with Aiko on the next episode in a month, or whenever I record the next episode. Because we gotta, like, play World of Horror for, like, 40 minutes, you know what I mean? Gotta play World of Horror for, like, 40 minutes? Like, check this shit out. Holy shit, World of Horror is back? It's been here the whole time. It never left. Yeah, who knew a visual novel? You had to, like, read that shit. You know what I mean? I'm losing it saying, you know what I mean. You know what I mean? I don't know. I thought it was good. I had fun. We'll do a little gazoo. We'll do a little gazoo. Medical history again, huh? Starting to see a pattern. But yeah, no, I literally just said I thought it was good, and I was literally just about to say I thought it was good. That's how you know this is the real 7 a.m. hours. It's 7 a.m.! I got shit to do, bro! We gotta hurry up. We gotta hurry the fuck up. We gotta hurry the fuck up, man. We gotta hurry the fuck up. Me when I'm written by... Me when I'm written by VizzyPop. True. I'm just gonna say Rue if I keep going here, so we gotta, like... Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, sure. Okay. Oh, I threw the notes away? I understand. I get it. I understand. I get it. I understand, yeah. Yeah, I get it. When you've reached the peak, you know. I was climbing the mountain. I was climbing the mountain. I didn't know how close I was to the summit. I came across a kindly old man. A kindly old monk. In his robes with his bald head. And I asked him, am I near the top? And he simply said 3 words. Book of Gore. And that's how I knew I was at the peak. Bulletin, abnormal arms, metamorphosis, wordless ward, frightening flood. I mean, I guess we could just do a little bulletin. We could do a little bulletin. I was waiting for that fucking alien to jump out in the hallway. I was waiting for that fucking... I was waiting for a Shiba Inu. I was waiting for a blue gem. I was waiting for a gray alien. I don't know how much you can do that stuff. But, like... I was waiting for it. I was fucking waiting for it. You motherfucker. You know what? We're balling. I know ball. Do you know ball? I know ball. Of course I know ball. Don't ever fucking doubt me ever again. I don't know why I'm being like this. You know what I mean? That was unintentional. That was unironically, like, actually unintentional. Oh, fuck. Okay, sure. I don't even know why. Like, you wanna know how cooked I am for the last 2 episodes? I literally thought that we've had Yogatag on the last 2 episodes, even though it was a through 2 and fucking Goizo on this episode. I was like, we should go this way, because Yogatag is telling me that I can go this way. That's how cooked I am. You wanna know how cooked I am? That's how cooked I am. Just getting a little Doom, just to make our goat a little bit more powerful. You know what's weird? World of Horror doesn't have a mall mystery. You would think that World of Horror would probably have a mall mystery. It's like a great, like, do they have, like, I mean, surely they have malls in Japan, but is it like the Western idea of a mall? Right? Like, am I crazy? I think I'm crazy. You gotta give me a little slack here. It's now 7 a.m. It was 6 a.m., but now it's 7 a.m. Sorry, that was last episode. But, like, I don't know, it's like, the mall is a very, like, liminal space, you know? It's like a very empty, liminal space. There's no mall gaming in World of Horror, you know what I mean? I was not intentional again. I think I have, like, brain poison. I was gonna say it again. Alright, you know, fuck me. Like, why did I even try? Like, I don't know why. I don't know, like, my bad. My bad for playing the same game as you. I'm sorry, Gigolo. My bad for playing the same game as you. That's my bad. Entirely my bad. Dude, this fucking sucks. We're gonna die, bro. I guess that would be fine. But we have 8 billion stamina. So, like, gotta hit a couple coin flips occasionally. Dude, they're calling it the worst run of all time. They are calling it the worst run of all time. I don't know what, like, anecdotes I could do, by the way. Because it's like, if I talk about the book, if I talk about writing, if I talk about anything that you actually have to, like, use fucking brain power to comprehend, I have to, like, think about anything, it's like, it's cooked. It's hopeless, it's cooked, it's hopeless, it's cooked. It will never, in a billion years, work out as a good anecdote. It'll just be so messy. It'll just be so messy. It'll just be such a messy little anecdote. I hit 5 on my numpad. I hope that didn't do anything weird. I don't think I have any, like, hotkeys. But, like, here's the thing, right? This is bulletin, so I could, one bite won't hurt. It's fine. Oh, shit, it's holes. Thought we were gonna get, like, lucky and get, like, bloated or something, you know, but holes? That shit's pretty scary, man. What's with this guy? -2 stamina. You're gonna be sick. You're gonna be fucking sick. Take your phone off the modem and put it into your ear. I was thinking of that earlier. But, you know, I don't know. What could be an anecdote, you know? I don't really think I can process information right now either, because of just how tired I am. No, our combat sucks. Our combat sucks. There's no way that we do this. But what if we did? Hey, Vsauce Michael here. My combat is bad. But what if it wasn't? I think I timed that pretty well with the World of Horror music, even though I don't have any sense of rhythm imaginable. What if we just, like, fucking got him? What if we just fucking got him, dude? What if we just sent him to hell? What if we just killed him? What if we just killed him in 2 turns? What if we just 2-turn adrenaline? You shouldn't have. Okay, so here's what we need to do. We need +2 damage. And then we win? Question mark? We have Book of Gore, bro. What am I doing? Alright. It is school and village. School and village for days. You motherfucker. You motherfucker. Oh, we have a Book of Gore. And we have a bandage. I would like 1 more point of damage, please. I would like 1 more point of damage for the boss, please. I'd like 1 more point of damage for the boss fight. What if I bought a magic item? What if we bought 2 magic items in one video? I'm selling, like, good items for bad. This could potentially be good, but, like, I don't think it will be. I got, like, 1 billion knowledge. It's fine. Goddamn right. And we're not on a Thutu, so this should actually do 2. Which, if it does 2, then we'll be balling. We'll be balling out of our fucking... It still does 3. That's because it was actually doing 5 last time. Or it would have been doing... No, wait, what? It had +1 damage, we had -1 damage, so we were nullifying it. So it had... It had 3. Whatever, whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. It doesn't matter. We're gonna kill you. We're gonna fucking kill you. We're gonna beat you to death with hammers. We're gonna fucking kill you. Now, we are going to take a lot of damage. We're gonna take a lot of damage. And we're gonna hope that we don't get, like, you know, killed or whatever, you know? We're gonna hope for the best. A 70% chance, or we take the 100. We're gonna take the 100, chat. We're gonna take the 100. You wanna know why we're gonna take the 100? Because homie is dead. Homie is wiped. We win. We win these. Right? This is gonna kill, right? This is gonna kill. Because it's gonna do 14 damage. It's gonna do 15, actually. It actually did 14. Holy shit, it did 14. It did the damage that it said it would. On the tin. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, it did, because it's 6 plus 6 plus 2. That is quick math right there. That's quick math, and it's true math. See how I didn't say 18? Because it was actually 14 damage. Dude, we gotta fight the Medusa? We gotta fight the meat horror? I don't want to fight the meat horror. Bro, I don't want to fight the meat horror. I don't want to... The fuck is happening here? I guess we can go to the Doomed Hospital, or we can not do that. Sounds good to me, bro. Let's do this together, bro. Okay, I fell out of Final Fantasy XIV a bit. FanFest got me back in. Do you know what the craziest thing about Final Fantasy XIV Evercold is going to be? So, here's the thing that's very important to know, right? Video game development is fucked. Developing an MMO is double fucked. And we have been getting, from the Final Fantasy XIV team, here, I've got it now. I have it in my... I have the anecdote in my brain right now, right? I'm in the flow state. Every expansion, the developers have been getting us 2 jobs. They've been getting us 2 jobs. They've been getting us 2 jobs per expansion. And they have also been simultaneously adding new actions and rebalancing the old jobs in the game, right? So it's like... Alright, how do we feel about that? We have complicated feelings about what just happened there, but we're alright. We are gonna... Oh, we're on Gazoo. We're on Gazoo. Oh, no. Flow state lost. Oh, crap. Oh, God. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad. But they've been giving us 2 jobs, and they've been adding job actions to the pre-existing jobs, right? So it's like, you get a couple new abilities, your job plays differently. It's like a whole thing, right? And then we get a brand new job that is an entirely new way to play the game. The reason why this is important is that a lot of people don't realize how fucking insane the development team is for what they're doing in Evercold, and how this might potentially be a fucking disaster. Which is basically, and this is Rue, okay? This is Rue. We are in a situation where Final Fantasy XIV has an onboarding players problem, because it is a lot of, like, legacy MMO spaghetti code debt, and then also, what's even worse about it, 8767? That was pretty cool. That was pretty nice. I'm okay with what just happened there. But it has, like, a lot of, like, Legacy... Fuck, okay. Book of Gore. Oh, shit. It's fine. We can fracture a few ribs. Or all of them, probably. We're not Ayaka, though. We can't just shrug this stuff off with infinitely scaling stats, you know? We got to... I did move the police station, right? I did that. I did that. I did that, right? I did that, right? Oh, crap. Well, you know. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Goizo curse, huh? Goizo curse, huh? Holes. Awesome. Fucking fantastic what I'm seeing here. Absolutely fucking brilliant what I'm looking at here right now. You know what? I mean, what if we just did the Book of Gore again? What if we did the Book of Gore again? Badly bleeding? Oh, crazy. I have a bandage, dude. Oh, fuck, I don't have a bandage. Oh, shit, I don't have a bandage. Oh, crap, I don't have a bandage. But, you know, we get 2 jobs per expansion, and we get, like... You know, all the other jobs get an update. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of, like, just thinking that that's what's happening right now, and they don't understand. So, Final Fantasy XIV has a lot of spaghetti code, a lot of debt for being an old game, a lot of technical debt for being an old game, and furthermore, what it's doing is that it has an onboarding new player problem. Because, so let's say you're a big fan of Evangelion or Final Fantasy VII, right? Like, you're a big fan of Final Fantasy VII, it's like one of your favorite games, and then you hear that Final Fantasy XIV is doing a collaboration raid series of it. So you're gonna get 12 Final Fantasy VII boss fights in an MMO, and there's going to be, like, a fucking crazy-ass, like, Sephiroth, I'm a LARPer, okay? I've only played Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy VI, and, like, Final Fantasy XIII, and a little bit of 9, like a tiny bit of 9. But, like, you know, the one winged angel guy, the guy from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, you know, that guy, you know, he's gonna have some, like, crazy fucking phase 2, and he's probably gonna have some sort of mechanic where he, like, jumps up into the air and then, like, stabs a healer in the back or something. You know, he, like, drops down on a healer and kills them, and you have to do, like, a tank, like, the tanks have to take it for the healer or whatever. There's gonna be some crazy raid mechanics for that. And you hear that, or, like, you're a big Evangelion fan, and then you hear that there's gonna be, like, a massive, like, 3 alliance raid. There's gonna be an alliance raid series for Evangelion where it's gonna be like you have like these 30-40 minute raids with these really like set piece elaborate bosses that's gonna be Evangelion themed, and it's gonna, you know, be like this cool shit, and you're like, wow, I want to do this in Final Fantasy XIV. I want to start playing Final Fantasy XIV for these features, right? How you get to play these features, if they don't change anything, is you have to play like a 600-hour JRPG and then get to the end, right? Like, the joke that we've been saying since the Monster Hunter collaboration, which even the developers knew was so fucking ridiculous that it's like, okay, all right, we get it. We get that it's silly. We get that it's silly, guys. Is that, there's a joke where it's like, how do you do the Monster Hunter collaboration in Final Fantasy IV? The second Monster Hunter, the second, the third, I don't know. There's been a few Monster Hunter collabs. How do you do the Monster Hunter collab in Dawn Trail? Well, you get to level 100 and you complete the final quest in Dawn Trail, and then you can do the Monster Hunter collaboration. So you have to play through levels 1 through 100 and beat the final quest in like 7.0 Dawn Trail. And so in order to, if they don't change anything, in order to do the Final Fantasy VII collaboration or the Evangelion collaboration, you have to get to level 110, and then you have to get to level 110 and then beat the 8.0 quest Evercold. Like, that's how you do it. That's how you have to do it. And the thing about that that's really crazy What if we were just lucky? What do you mean I have a bandage already? I guess that just counts as bandaging it, you know what I mean? Like, I guess he just gives you a free bandage. You're gonna have to beat, like, a billion-hour-long JRPG. And it's like, that's not, like, be reasonable. Be real for, like, a moment, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, just don't joke, lad. Like, don't even joke, sister. Don't even joke, Envy. Like, it's ridiculous. And the thing is, all of the relevant multiplayer content is locked, because that is the relevant multiplayer content, right? Is the normal raids and the Alliance raids, or the Final Fantasy VII raids, and the Evangelion raids, right? The Evangelion Alliance raids. Those are the relevant multiplayer content, and they are locked behind beating the entire single-player campaign. And it's like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's insane. It's an MMO. How the fuck do you get people to play your MMO if the selling point is, yeah, so it's like a 600 hour long JRPG that's like mostly single player, that you can basically play the entire thing in single player except for trials, but it's like, that's pretty, like, you know, you get like 6 of those per expansion. You used to get more, but they were optional, so nobody did them. So it's like you get 3 of them for the MSQ, and then you get 3 of them for the patch quests. So it's like, you have to do a trial like 3 times every 2 years, and then you have to do 3 more trials in the next like 2-year period or whatever in the patch cycles. So it's like, you can basically play the entire game single player, but there's like a boss fight that you have to do in multiplayer every once in a while, but if you're bad, you just have 7 other people who carry you, so it doesn't even matter. So it's like, it's so weird and like counterintuitive, because it's like, it's an MMO, dog. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to convince any of my friends to play with me when the selling point, I'm not gonna pay attention to any of my injuries, dude. I can't. I can't hold more than one thought in my brain right now at a time. So this is gonna do like fucking 9. This is gonna do 9 damage. So what if we just did this? Like, what if we just did this? Hey, Vsauce Michael here. What if I just did this? Neat. We're gonna die. Like, we're gonna doom out, right? But, like, how the fuck can you convince anybody to play the game with you? Like, how can you convince... Okay, especially... like, if you have an unemployed friend, that's not impossible, right? Like, it's not impossible. You could be like, hey, yo, you could have the best gaming experience of your life for the next, like, 3 months. And all you have to do is not pay any money, because Shadowbringers is fucking free now, which is insane, by the way. Shadowbringers is probably, like, one of the best fucking stories I've played in a video game. And it's like, that shit's free now. But it's like, yeah, you know, you can play, like, the whole fucking game for free, except for, like, Endwalker and Dawn Trail. You can play every expansion for free, except the last 2. And the thing is, in, like, a year or so, you'll probably be able to play Endwalker for free. Because I imagine that's where they're going with it, you know? I imagine that's where they're going with it. Like, if you want to play the campaign, you can play the campaign for free. But then if you want to play, like, the up-to-date multiplayer stuff, you have to, like, pay for it. You have to have a subscription. But then you get, like, a free boost to the end of Evercold or whatever, so you can play the content with your friends. Because it's, like, it's too much. It's literally ridiculous. It is completely... You cannot have a multiplayer game where you, in order to play with your friends, if you're a new player, you have to play the fucking game for like 600 hours in single player, and then you unlock the multiplayer mode. Like, that's absolutely insane. And it's like, obviously you can do like dungeons with your friends, but like, the whole psychology thing that they've been really bad at like combating, and this is Rue, and I've seen it happen to, like, literally every single motherfucker I've ever seen play this game. If you invite your friend to play Final Fantasy XIV for you, crazy Freudian slip right there. If you want to play Final Fantasy XIV with your friend, and they get into it, and they're like, well, you know, my friend is at the end of the game, so why would I bother them with, like, Copper Bell Mines or something? It's like, obviously, you want to vicariously live through your friends and then replay the entire fucking game with them and then, like, see their reactions to it first time. Like, for, like, you want to be there for it. You want to be there for the moments. You want to get the live reactions, you know? But your friends are going to look at it and be like, you know, my friend could be doing like a level 110 raid, and they're stuck here with me for 20 minutes doing fucking Copper Belt Mines at like level, like, I don't know. It's like level 18, level 17, something like that, because like Sistash is level 15 to 16. Whatever, man. It's like, you know, your friend is just looking at that. Like, I don't want to bother them. Like, I don't want to bother this person. Like, I want to play with them, so I just want to get it over with. I just want to get this shit over with. And it also, here's the thing. If you want your friend to experience the wonderful story of Final Fantasy XIV, and you sell the game to them as like, hey, you want to do like raids and stuff? Hey, you want to do the Evangelion raid? Hey, you want to do the Final Fantasy VII raid? Your friend's not gonna give a fuck about the story because the shit that the crossover shit's not canon anyways. Like at least like Eden, the Eden raids are canon. The Evil East raids are canon. The Omega raids are canon. But the fucking Cloud Strife is not going to be helping us fight the Solstice, okay? That is not going to be canon. That is not going to be, like, actual, like, required content for the MSQ. Well, none of it is. But, like, you know, if you did the Eden raids, like, you get a little cutscene and a little line of dialogue saying, hey, you did the Eden raids. That's really cool. You know what I mean? And I'm being a little silly and a little obtuse, right? But, like, if you want your friend to care about the story, you have to sell it to them as a story. But if you want... Motherfucker. Mangled hand, huh? I am not gonna bother. Look, it'll be an all location anyways. Check that shit out. It is an all location. I almost hit OK and instantly died. It was a global location, so we didn't get the forest. It was a global event, so we didn't get the forest threat level. It's kind of like insane woe tactics, right? It's like kind of insane woe ball knowledge. You know what I mean? Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. We're getting a little injured here. But as long as we don't have broken jaw, I do not have to care about any of the injuries on that list. That's actually not true. 2 coughing bloods. Miku's real smug for someone who's 2 coughing bloods away from dying. So, why did I throw this when I have like a fucking boss fight? Oh god. There's an injury that I have to worry about, guys. There's an injury that I have to worry about. There is an injury that I have to worry about, and I'm looking at it right fucking now, dude. We could also just die, right? So it's like, just go ahead and send it. See what I mean by, like, sometimes the injuries just don't fucking proc? Like, they just don't fucking work sometimes. I almost, like, died. What if I got coughing blood and instantly died? Oh, God! Dog, we gotta get the fuck out of this run. We've gotta get the fuck out of this run, dude. We gotta get the fuck out of here. I mean, I could do 12 damage, and then, like, yeah, we could do 12 damage. You wanna do maybe 12 damage? I think I'm down for maybe 12 damage. Oh, let's go gambling! Oh god, I don't know what I got. Okay, so we can Desperation, and then this is going to do... So remember, this is doing 7. This is doing 7. So 3 of these kills... But I don't really like those odds, chat. I don't really like those odds. 2 90s and an 80 sounds like imminent fucking death. So let's not do that. Let's, for once in our godforsaken lives, play it safe. Now, this is going to do 11. So this should kill. Will it kill? Goddamn right it does. Now, will this kill? Currently, no. Dude, can I get some fucking dexterity here? I'm so fucking scared. I want dexterity so badly. We have so many broken ribs. I did say we could break a few ribs. Go out there and break a few ribs. Don't actually do that, please. Doom, huh? I really love memory checks when it's like fucking 8 a.m., dude. I love memory checks when it's 8 a.m. Bro, I don't give a fuck about any of this shit. Just, like, get me out of this run. It's so fucking scary. I have a light source, by the way. Alright, let's go gambling. Alright, second mystery. Second mystery. Second mystery was Frightening Flood. We did it again. I did it 2 times in a row. I'm crazy like that. I'm wacky like that. Okay, we're gonna die if I don't do that. I'm just waiting to watch the dexterity fucking plummet, dude. This is a knowledge check, which we succeed. Did you ever think about that? It's fine. It's okay. It's totally fine. Oh, shit. It's not fine. It's not fine. Oh, fuck, our dexterity dropped. Oh, fuck, our dexterity dropped. Okay, okay, hold on. Okay, so this is gonna do 6. This is going to do 10. So this is gonna do 10. So this is gonna do 20. Okay, this is gonna do 20 damage. This is going to do 20 damage, and we're gonna go down to 2. It did 11, actually. We won that! We won that! Dude, what? Go play fucking... Go play World of Love by Team Dagon. Good luck, Charm. What the hell? Anyways, yeah, I don't know what to say. Other than, you know... Oh, shit, I didn't finish the Final Fantasy XIV anecdote. Okay. Real quick. Real fucking quick. Okay, real fucking quick. Just real fast. We are getting a Reborn mode and an Evolve mode for every job in the game. But the thing is, the 2 new jobs that are coming out because of the expansion are Evolved only. So, making an Evolved job takes the resources of making a job, because the Evolved jobs are new rotations, new abilities, new special effects, new sound effects, new heads-up display things. Basically, an Evolved job is a brand new job in the game. They are making an Evolved job for every single fucking job in the game that's not limited. So that means that we are getting like 24 new jobs for this expansion, and that's fucking crazy, dude. That's unsustainable, and it's going to be a fucking mess, and I have no idea how they're gonna do it. Evercold is gonna be so weird. It's... it has to be delayed. The Evolved jobs have to be delayed. Here's the thing. They do not want Reborn jobs, which are how the game currently plays, to be a thing, because they are annoying for new players to learn, and they make some jobs basically unplayable, depending on what ping you have, depending on, like, if you're a new player that understands MMO stuff. And so, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing or a good thing. I'm just commenting on, like, the reality of the situation, right? So, they want to remove Reborn jobs, right? They want to remove Reborn jobs. They've already said that Reborn jobs will suck compared to Evolved jobs. Like, the content is evolved around Evolved jobs. That's what they're doing. Also, my dog just did a little cough, so I'm gonna go pet her. and stop ranting about Final Fantasy XIV. But yeah, Evercold is gonna be fucking crazy, and I have no idea how they're doing any of this shit. It's nuts. I'm so scared. I'm so fucking scared. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.